Now we're gonna close out of Fusion and open Inkscape. This is looks like a little menu, a little mountain here. You may just do a search for Inkscape. It's a mountain, it's an ink bottle flowing out of a mountain. Click on it and it'll open it up. We need to start just by setting up Inkscape. So we're going to go here to File, Document Properties, and we're going to make the page size be the size of our cutting bed in the laser cutter. And so we're going to come over here to Units, and we're going to change it to centimeters. And we're going to do the width is 60 centimeters, and the height is 30. Enter. And then we're going to come up here to this, well, we'll do that later actually. All right. So now I'm going to hold down the Control key and then move my mouse wheel, roll it to zoom in and out. That's a little different than Fusion. Fusion, you just zoomed it. To move left, right, up, and down is just like Fusion. You push down the roller wheel and then move the mouse. So try both of those. Hold down Control, use the roller wheel to go up and to zoom in, zoom out. Push the wheel like a button and move it left and right. I'm going to zoom way out like this so that page is there. That's 2 feet by 1 feet. That's a big thing. We're really zoomed out right now. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here and go File and Import. I'm going to go find that file I just made. For me, it's in my drive, Engineering, Fusion 360. Now I can't think. Lab storage, computer stand, DXF files, and it's the video one. Woo! You'll get a screen that pops up, I think even before this one. On there, there's a click like a don't show me again. Make sure you click that. Click OK. Don't change any settings on it. And then on this one, do the same thing. Just click OK. It's going to bring this in, and you'll see that this is huge when it brings it in. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit so we can see the lines. Look at how big they're. This is the size of the cutting bed, and this is the size of the computer. It's like just the wrong size. So this is where we need that number. And actually, I forgot it, so I'm going to open it up and do File, Import. And I'm going to look at this number, 128,862. I'm going to write that down real quick. 128,862. I need that right away. So first thing I'm going to do is resize this to the correct size. To do that, I want to come up here to the top, and I want to say centimeters. Then I'm going to, in between the width and the height, I'm going to click this lock button. What that does is when I resize one, it resizes the other one as well. Without this button, without this locked, it'll just change the height and it'll squish the width. So we want to make sure that we do this, or it'll squish the height, I guess, technically. We lock it here, and then we type in our number. So 128.862, and we hit Enter. And now it shrunk it down to the right size. This is the proper size. Before I click off of it, because I can't see it right now, if I zoom in, I can see it. I'm going to actually try and grab it and drag it down near my page like this, and just put it right on top of my page. And zoom in a little bit, so hopefully I can see it now. Now we're going to make these lines visible. These are all cut lines, what the laser is going to cut. And for our laser, cut lines have to be red, a very specific red. To get the color of the lines, we're going to go to Object and come down to Fill and Stroke. Fill is the color on the inside of the shape. Stroke is the line around the shape. So we want our fill to be no fill, no paint. We want to go to our stroke, and we want to turn the stroke on by doing a flat color. And we're going to increase that all the way to 255.00. That's the exact red we need. If it says 254.00, the laser will ignore that line because it's the wrong red line. Even though you can't tell the difference, the computer can. So change it to 255. Make sure that says 255.00. The 100 doesn't matter. And then stroke style, we're going to come here and change this to 0.4 so we can see it. And you can see now how the lines are thicker now. Okay, so bear with me. We're almost there. We need to first break this up and then put it onto our sheet. And we're going to need more than one sheet of plywood. You can see all these pieces aren't going to fit on this one sheet right here. But first we need to break it apart because it's all one big thing. So we're going to do Control, Shift, hold those two down, and then push G over and over again while holding Control and Shift until down here at the bottom it says no group is to ungroup in the selection. That means everything's been ungrouped. So I'm going to click up here, and now everything is its own piece. I grab this and move it, no problems. Now watch what happens. If I grab this, see how it has little squares on the inside of it? If I grab it, I actually leave the holes behind. That's like a nightmare. So I'm going to Control Z to undo that move. Anytime there's holes in the middle or shapes in the middle, you've got to regroup it so it stays together. To do that, all I have to do is drag a box around it to select everything, and then do Control G to group. Control Shift G is ungroup, Control G is group. Now once I've grouped them, I can grab it and move it off to the side, no problem. All right, that's that one. This one also, if I grab the outside, it's going to move, Control Z to undo, and then I'm just going to highlight both of them, Control G together. This one has little holes in it, so I'm going to grab all of those, Control G, move it off to the side. This one has nothing in the middle, nothing got left behind. This one's fine. This one needs to be done, Control G. Be careful making too big of a move. Check this out. If I go like this, and I do Control G, now when I move it, I take some of those holes from the other one with it. So don't be careful on overdoing. Control Z to undo that. And then I'm just going to grab just this one here, Control G, and move it out of the way. Control G, move it out of the way. Whoops. Yep, that one was fine. Control G, and both of these need to get done as well. And this one. Okay. So I think I regrouped everything together. So now what I need to do is just start building it out. So I notice here that this piece can go on here like this. And one thing to keep in mind is that the grain pattern on this plywood runs from left to right on the sheet. So usually I want the long edges along that pattern. So like this one could be put here, but then the grain would be going up and down when the other sides would be left and right, and that would look goofy. So I'm going to actually have to deal with that one later. I don't think anything else. Oh, maybe this one will fit. Let's see if we can get this one on here. Oh, we definitely can. Now notice how it's snapping to the other piece like from really far away. That I hate, so let's go fix that real quick. So I'm going to go to File, Document Properties. I'm going to go to the Snap menu, and I'm going to change the snap distance down to 1 and 1. And now I can position it really carefully on here like that. Awesome. Well, I don't think any other pieces are going to fit onto here. Yeah, not quite. You wanted to have a little bit of space. Like it need to be like right there-ish to fit, and it's overlapping the other side. So that one won't fit. I'm going to put it off to the side. Now what I'm going to do is move all my pieces off to the side of the page if they're not already. I'm going to zoom out, hold down Control, zoom out with the mouse wheel, and I'm going to highlight all the extra pieces that did not fit. I'm going to do Control X. That will cut them, but it didn't delete them. They're just on the clipboard waiting to get pasted back in. I'm going to come up here and say File, Save. Find that place on the thumb drive where you're saving your stuff, and I'm going to save mine, but I'm going to call this one Computer Stand Video. These are the cut ones from before. And I'm pretty sure we're going to need 6 pages. So let's do 1 of 6. And say, so I put Computer Stand Video, page 1 of 6. And I like to put this in a Cut Lines folder. So I would create a new folder, call it Cut Lines, go in that folder, and then put all of these in there. So I'm going to go back into Cut Lines and say Save. That's page 1 ready to go. We don't need these 2 pieces anymore. We already have them as part of page 1. Before I do anything else, actually, I'm going to go up here and go File, Save As, change the page 1 to page 2, and hit Save. Then I'm going to delete all this page 1 nonsense, and I'm going to do Control V to paste back in the ones I cut before. Now I'm going to try and place another one. I like to do the biggest ones first, so I'm going to do, whoops, this one's in the way. Let me move that one out of the way. Move that one. Place this one, and I want to see how much more I can stick on here. Yeah, I can get this one on here at least. But I don't think anything else is going to fit. Nope. So again, I'm going to move all these off to the side here. zoom back out so I can see everything. And I'm going to try and pick up all of this, all these extra pieces. Control X. I'm going to do a file save. That freezes this as page 2. I'm going to do a file save as and create page 3. I'm just going to keep repeating this process until I get everything situated. So that's page 2, so I can delete it. I'm going to come over here and do a control V. And now I'm going to do another one. I'm going to do, whoops, click off. I'm going to drag this one on and see if, now this one I want again to be sideways. So there's these rotate buttons here. So rotate right here and then come down here. Oh, it'd be great if it fit inside there, wouldn't it? It'd be a really good use of plywood because this is all garbage on the inside here. But it doesn't fit, but it does fit there. And then I don't know that anything else will fit. Well, what if we do this? We flip it sideways. Can we squeeze it like underneath? Ooh, that might work. So I'm going to look down here. Yeah, we can do that. So I'm going to move this one a little bit closer to the edge. You want a little bit of space in there. And then this one can go up here. And then, yeah, this one fits on easily. So I want a little gap in there as well. And yeah, that might be, well, I'm going to actually try one thing real quick. I am going to move this one off. I'm going to move this one back a little bit. This one down to right there. I don't think I can get the other one in. So my thinking was, what if I tipped this one this way and tried to poke? Yeah, it's not even close. Okay, so that won't work. We're just trying to fit it on as efficiently as we can so we're not just wasting huge amounts of plywood. So right there is that one's good. So this is file. Oop, not yet. I need to cut the other ones off. So I'm going to get all this other nonsense off of here. Control X. File, save. That locks page 3 in. File, save as. We're going to create page 4. Save. Delete everything on page 3 because we've already used it. Come over here, Control V. Drag them a little closer. Zoom in back again. And now I'm going to start placing more pieces. So let's try this one. This one needs to flip over. And then this one can fit maybe, yep, this one fits down there. And then maybe I can squeeze this one in. Ooh, I don't know. Let me zoom in and see if I can make it work. Again, you want to leave yourself a little bit of wiggle room if it's too close. Like this one is really close. Now I can also use the arrow keys to like precision move it over. So I'm going to do it just like that and then take a look at it. You know, that's pretty good. That's about as close as you want to get to the edge right there is what I would say. And then this one can go like right up there-ish. And then let's see if we have anything else that can fit in. I don't see anything else fitting in there because these are all too wide. Yep. Okay. So that's that piece. I'm going to Control X to delete those. And I think we're only going to need 5 sheets again. Maybe we just got lucky. Yeah, I think so. All right. Hopefully I didn't screw something up. I'll just think if I screwed something up. So I'm going to do File, Save. That locks in page 4. File, Save As, and create page 5. And then hit Save. And then we're going to delete all of page 4 and Control V to put page 5 on. And now we just need to hopefully fit. We're not going to fit all 3 of these in here. That is terrible news. Yeah, those 2 are too long to fit there. And then I don't think we'll be able to get that third. Yeah, we're going to need 6 sheets. Oh. So what I'm going to do here is I definitely want to use these 2 together so I don't waste this entire sheet of plywood because all of this can get used for something else. So then I'm going to say File, Save. That's page 5. Oops, nope, sorry. I needed to cut this one first. Control S, or X, and then File, Save. That locks in 5. File, Save As, and then number 6. And we're going to hit Save. Delete the old page 5 stuff. Copy in page 6. do it right there. Hit Control S to save it. All right, so this is actually the front face. We're gonna add some pieces to it, and we'll do that in the next video because this is getting to be a really long video.